Welcome back. I've missed you guys. I hope you missed me as much as I've missed you. So let's talk about where I've been and the future and what the future holds. So thank God it's a new day. If you haven't already said that, go ahead and say that. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe to your boy. We going all the way up and we ain't ever stopping. Somebody needs to tell somebody to tell somebody. That's all I gotta say. Basically, the Depop is dead. We are not gonna be continuing the shop as you guys know it. We're gonna be removing all of the listings pretty soon, and a lot of that stuff is gonna be getting marked down. We're gonna be doing a yard sale soon locally, as well as listing some stuff on our Facebook pages for extremely low prices. So if you're interested in any of the vintage that's on our Depop, as well as some of the stuff that never even made it to the Depop, I'll keep y'all updated as we get rid of that stuff. But basically, to explain why we're stopping, the shop has slowed down extremely. Really, when we started the shop, it was out of necessity. Money was extremely tight. This was like right before the pandemic, but thank God that we had things set in place the way we did. I want to say when we started the shop in November of 2019, like the first sale, I want to kind of explain like how things went and how we got so popular on Depop and successful as we did, as quickly as we did. So basically, I watched like any video I could on Depop on how to make sales on Depop, how to grow on Depop, how to start on Depop. Those were the things that I was looking up on YouTube. I soaked in all that information and took the clothes that were in my closet currently and well at the time, and went to the Goodwill and started sourcing some stuff that I was seeing on the app, and we started listing. And when I started listing, it was like I didn't slow down. It was like I was consistent with it when I first started, and I want to say every day, at minimum 2-3 hours, when I could 3-4 hours, I was following people, interacting, all of that stuff that they were telling you to do to grow on the app. And on, I think, the 7th day, if I'm not mistaken, we made our first sale. It took us 1,000 followers, so take that into consideration. It might take you 1,000 followers before you reach your first sale sometimes, but you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to believe that that one sale is gonna come. Once that first cha-ching happens, you game, you good to go, and you know your idea has came to fruition, and you just need to find another customer, and as well as work on satisfying that first customer that you just got. So made that first sale, and this is an important part that with any business that I had in the past, I had always had the hustler mentality. Growing up in the hood, so to speak, you're around these different characters that have multiple hustles and different hustles, and this basically turning $1 into $2, and if they can, they gonna turn $1 into 10 if they can finesse it. So growing up around these kind of individuals and characters, some of them being my family members, these things kind of like rubbed off on me. So I took that approach real serious with this business, and it was like reinvested back into the business. So it was like I would go to the Goodwill, get a shirt for my local Goodwill sells stuff for $1.75. I basically do the shopping, bring the stuff home, wash it, launder it, shoot the pictures for it, post the listings. You gotta make good listings that are kind of descriptive, so it's easy for people to find it when they're searching. So I'd probably sell shirts between $12 to $20 kind of in the beginning, because they weren't like the best vintage shirts, but when you starting out, you can get what you can get. That first sale, basically every dollar that was made from that, took that money and reinvested it, went back to Goodwill and spent, say I made $10, now you got $10 that you can go and spend on 5 shirts. So now you got 5 shirts. Bring those 5 shirts home and take the pictures, get them listed, put them on the shop, and you know what I'm saying? It's like a keep going, keep going. The thing with Depop, and again, I definitely appreciate all that Depop did for us and us in our life, because they saw the way we were consistent. We had, I guess, a different look at the time that was unique, and they started pushing our post on the Explore page. So when you get posted on the Explore page, it's kind of like similar to Instagram, where a lot of people are seeing it that are going to the app. It's a million people, users on the app, so definitely help with exposure. And as long as you got a good product, the listing's good, and people go to your reviews and see that you're consistent, you ship out fast, and you're responding quickly to messages, you're gonna be good, and the sales is just gonna keep rolling in. The problem happens whenever you slow down just a little bit. You kind of gotta be full-time with Depop, and for me, when I got the promotion of store manager, it was like I knew that I was taking a raise and I was going to be spending less time on the boutique, but I knew I had to negotiate the terms of my salary to make it worthwhile for me to do this for the time being. So I did end up taking the offer that was put on the table. You don't really need to know the dollar amount, but I did take the offer that was put on the table, and I'll tell people that were the closest to me. It was kind of like the shop was going like this, and the store that I was at was kind of going like this. I'm not gonna say all the way down, but it wasn't like the best whenever I took over the store. So I knew that a lot of work had to be put into it, and a lot of time had to be put into it to basically increase the sales and grow the store. So right around the same time that I started, I can look back at the charts now and analyze and see the graph of really how sharply the decline happened in our shop of when I started focusing less and having less time to spend on the shop. It started affecting our sales, and then people started going back outside after stuff started opening back up with COVID and whatnot. So people started shopping. Soon as like stuff started opening back up, people was ready to get back to like in-store shopping. So I don't contribute all of it to the COVID of our success, because one of my cousins taught me this a long time ago: proper preparation prevents poor performance. So we were set up like right before COVID. Like I said, from November till I want to say March, when they like started shutting everything down, from November till that time, that 3 to 4 month period, we weren't spending money on anything but reinvesting into product, and we didn't really have any overhead. So it was like, if we were selling a shirt, we were going and spending that money and trying to find another better shirt for another customer that was going to enjoy it. So we spent a lot of time in Goodwill that first year, to the point where I don't think I've been to Goodwill in like 6-7 months. And it just got to the point where with Depop, they want you to just keep going, list. And with my life, having a daughter, having a more than 9-to-5 job, because taking over the store is, you're the general manager. It's not like a 9-to-5. You have to be on call kind of for any and every little mishap, and that's a lot of responsibility. So moving forward, I'm gonna be freeing my time up and spending my time getting back to being more creative